Donald Messier was an avid NASCAR fan and a Vermont native. He loved spending time with family and friends, but 15 years ago he vanished and no one's seen or heard from him since. Amy Currier remembers saying goodbye to her brother, Donald Messier, when she was walking out the door of her Waterbury home. It was Saturday, October 14th, 2006. Currier had no idea this would be the last time she would ever see or hear from him. And Currier says it was a tough time for her brother as he was going through a divorce. Donald Messier was last seen driving away in his red F-150 from a party on October 15th, 2006. He hasn't been seen since.
Donnie Messier, 34 years old, went missing approximately 15 years ago. We're in the town of Waterbury, Vermont, right in front of Green Mountain Roasters, where he used to work.
Donnie was last seen in Waitsfield, just south of here, about 15 minutes, at a party. Nobody saw him after that. It is believed that he may have been going back to the north, where he lived with his sister and brother-in-law. In fact, his brother-in-law, Stephen, we're going to be meeting with in just a few minutes. Before we meet with Stephen, we just want to say thank you for being here. If you have never seen one of our episodes, Adventures with Purpose is an underwater sonar search and recovery dive team. We travel the U.S. working cold cases where families have pretty much lost hope. We're coming in free of charge to help them out. And the only thing we ask of you is please take a moment to subscribe. It really helps us out. Oh, hi, Aaron.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Yes, I am so sorry about the short notice on everything.
No problem. He was my brother-in-law. He was living at my house when he came up missing. Other than that, I don't know what.
So my big thing is, my understanding you went to the party, 2 a.m., depressed. Now, was there a fight at the party with over a girl?
I didn't go to the party or anything. I don't know much about what went on at the party.
Okay.
I just know he was at the party. He came up. He never came home. No one ever heard from him.
He didn't show up for work.
He didn't show up for work, right? And his truck's missing and everything. Never could find that.
And my understanding is he never left the area, so
No.
It's not like he's leaving the area to start a new life somewhere.
No, not that we would know of or anything. We used to always go at 2 in the morning to Denny's and get breakfast and come back and stuff like that. He worked nights. He came in at around 7 in the morning, and when we were leaving for school, work and school for the kids, and that's about it. I mean, he was, if he got in an argument with someone, he'd be there the next day to make up and apologize, depending on what it was. He was just Donnie, never kept himself. He worked hard, he worked all the time. I don't know. I mean, it's just strange that he'd come up missing like this.
Right. So a lot of people thought, hey, the hunters are going to find, eventually come across him. He might be in the mountains, but with so much time passing, it's like the vehicle's still missing.
With Hurricane Irene, with all the roads and stuff that washed out and everything, you'd think you'd find something when they had to repair all the roads and stuff in the state.
Dredge the rivers.
Yep, all that stuff.
This town was wiped out in Hurricane Irene.
Okay.
Not completely, but a lot.
Yeah, 4 feet of water.
So then that brings us back to Waterbury Reservoir.
Could be. I mean, supposedly they did search that when they mapped the bottom of the reservoir, and they did find things that were in there that weren't supposed to be, that were supposed to have been removed a long time ago, like boats and stuff like that sunk to the bottom. People were supposed to remove them. They got in trouble when they found them still down there.
Right.
There's been theory that he's been you know, got in a fight supposedly, and who knows if that's true or not. There's been a lot of other rumors going around, and a lot of what do you call it?
Conspiracies.
Yeah, people saying things that could have happened, and it could have not have. You know, people said that him and his truck's been buried underground. I don't have a clue what could have come about it.
So let's come back to like what is most logical, accident or suicide?
It definitely wouldn't be suicide.
Now everything online seems to be pointing that way, but family like
I mean,
like
he was getting a divorce at the time. He was depressed. He checked himself in up to the hospital and had an evaluation and stuff for a while. I mean, Donnie wasn't the type that would commit suicide as far as I know, as long as I've known him.
right.
Accident probably could have been, you know, but you think you would find a vehicle where it would have gone off the road, you know, someone would see something, you know, where he would always go and stuff, you know, the roads he used to travel.
So tell me about the location of the party
Was
and then the travel distance back here is where he lived.
Yep.
And any type of waterways along it, like what? Tell me about the Mad River and speculation on that.
Not deep enough. In there, it's not close enough to. Only in 2 or 3 places that close enough to the road so you could get to it.
Okay.
Unless you went out through someone's farmer's field or something,
Right.
because there's no place there.
So take the river out of it. So
Yep.
then that brings us back to the reservoir. Okay. Well, we're gonna break this information down and see what we can do to bring some new answers to this today. If anything, we'll give you answers as to where Donnie is not, and this will remain a mystery, or we're gonna solve this one today. Like I came into this thinking I knew where I wanted to go. Like, boom, we're going to the reservoir. We're gonna knock this out. But then we have the location of where the party was at, down in Waitsfield. And then we have the new information as to he's checked himself into the hospital before. So I looked at all that route between Waitsfield and Mount Pillier, just in case. You know, like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm depressed, I'm gonna go check myself back in. Mad River, all the way along there, guardrail, and you can see the bottom through all of that. Then that takes us over to Denny's. That Denny's information was like, oh, I love that information when it came across. So now we go from, you know, Waitsfield over on 17, up 116, up to Denny's, his normal route, no water.
Yep.
Same thing on that one. Then we take Waitsfield and we bring that up to his brother's house where he was living. Same thing, you got Mad River, 2 spots, guardrail next to it, you can see the bottom, and then you have the Winooski as well, and then, well, there's only 2 crossings there. You can't even get into the river at those 2 crossings here in town. So then that takes us back to the reservoir, and holy frick, with that information that she had on that one.
Yeah, and the reservoir, clearly, you can see this is an article from 2018 discussing the dam basically has been drained twice since this has happened. And I mean, you can see that it's drained down so far. Oops, where's that? That it's about 700 yards away from the shore.
Yeah, and the farthest the vehicle is going to be is 150 feet each max, not 700 yards.
Right.
And it's also drained down 30 or 40 feet. I don't have any other bodies of water to bring us into on this one.
I don't. All I can say is that we got to go to the reservoir, no matter what. It's the only thing that made sense coming into that. Everything since we've been here has been like, the reservoir's out of the question. But it's still the only place we can search.
So draining the lake in 2000 to 2006, that's when it was like you could walk across.
Yes.
but I'm coming back to like the 2-week period of when he went missing to when it was normal pool. We're only talking maybe a 5-foot difference in height during that 2 weeks.
That's my understanding, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
My guess is right there where that last little peak is of smooth water. See it?
Right, I see that one.
I see him right there. I mean, honestly, depending on it, this is all little rock. You can go in and ride the shelf all the way down. Whereas though this is not like the normal murky lake soft bottom, the vehicle's just going to continue to go.
Let's find him. Let's make this a anniversary to remember. So normally when we start scanning about 35 feet out from shore. Then we start moving our way over. Currently we're casting 75 feet to the left, 75 feet to the right. All right, so see the distance here? This is too far for a vehicle that's just floating into the river or into a lake. Too far. If we were in a river with a little bit of a current, we would be this far down. But because we're in a lake, we definitely want to make sure that we cover it a little bit further regardless, because if the water level is down another 5 feet, you know, how far out is that going to bring them? Right now this depth right here is 20 feet. So we're heading further out now, Carson, and it gets down to 50 feet. Because it gets a lot deeper, we actually end up changing from 75 for casting left and right. We're going over to 95. That way we're losing 50 feet of scanning capability, but we're still keeping 50. So when we do our route back, we're not going to cover, 150 to 200 feet. What we're going to do is we're just going to cross over about 40 feet and take that path back. That way we're not missing anything down here, just in case the water level happened to be lower, just in case you happen to float it out here to the deeper part. And what we're also doing is we're scanning it now to and out away from the bank. That way, if we catch any drop-offs like what we have right here, we're able to pick up sonar differently than if we were running this direction along the bank. It reads kind of funny that it picks up better here, but doesn't pick up as good here. So we just want to make sure that we're covering all angles on this. Easy scanning though, when you have a nice smooth bottom like that. If anything's down there, it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
The water levels and where they are and where they weren't, and etc. Right now we're searching where, if this was drained, none of this water was here. Right about, 800 yards that way is where the shoreline would have been. So we're gonna take this search all the way out.
Take a look on here. We actually have boat ramps over here, and then over in this arm we've got some access points as well. This is going to be closer to Waterbury and over where his brother's house was at, over in this area. And so far we just have like the one stick right here. And it was off to our left, so we're going to be heading over it in just a moment over here. I think this one is more of a canoe boat ramp for small boats. And we have a bigger boat ramp back behind you as well. We then have, and I saw on the map But look at, you also have like a little side service road that comes right into the water there. So we'll want to check that. And we actually have something back here. It's kind of weird. I don't know if it's a boat, if it's the way the rocks are laying. Almost looks like a boat. So I'll scan back to it right here. But right there you have, I think it's a boat the way that's laying. But, and then you also have, that's just an old tree right there. This is what we're interested in right there. Yeah, possibly just a ledge, like a rock ledge with all those rocks that were right there. Just the way that comes down. Just gives like a weird reading. But we're gonna hit it at several different angles is what we're gonna do. Just to make sure that we rule it out. So we're gonna come back up, kind of take the route that we did the first time, identify where we're at on the wall, and then we're gonna come in and out to it is what we're gonna do. So now we'll just hit straight into that tree and grab a reading on it. Appears to just be smooth rocks is what it is, which is consistent with these other smooth rocks coming in. Come back over it backwards a little bit. So you see no windows, no wheels, no doors. It's just one continuous rock ledge is what it is right there, which is very consistent with the mountainside here, that you have all the rock coming into the water right there.
What I'm doing right now is, so we have a drastic like 60-foot drop off here along this entire shore. So what happens is, if you're doing a search away from shore and something's sitting right here and scanning in, you're gonna miss it. It's not gonna come up correctly. Whereas though I'm coming in and out with my grid searches, that way if anything is sitting on this shelf, on this entire bank, all the way around, I'm not gonna miss it. And it's really easy to miss if you don't do that. So that's what I'm doing right now, just to make sure that our T's are crossed and our I's are dotted.
All right, location 1 knocked out. Location 2 with the cove is now knocked out. You can see our red line here. We're now gonna head up into this wing up here, and there's 2 or 3 additional locations up here that we wanna check out here before we start heading north into this wing up here.
80 feet deep.
80?
Yeah, that's my phone. Oh, it so looks like a car, man.
Really?
It really looks like a car. Why a car would be right here, I have no clue. Because on the side scan just now, kind of looked like it could be a boat. But then again, that means nothing. It kind of looks like a truck upside down because it's slanted. Like, whereas though it's sitting on the cab in the bed. Off of that one scan, it's a car. But the way I've been taught by Jared, in using all 3 of these systems, just because it comes up and it looks like a car on one system, I mean, you got to reference it on live scan, side scan, from different angles to get a true account for what exactly it is that we just saw. Right now, I'm not being able to do that. Do I think it's a car? I think it's the truck. It looks like a truck. It looks like the wheels were up. It looks slanted, like it's sitting on the cab and the bed is down further. I mean, it has the look of a truck. And it's in an area of this reservoir where it's just clean. No other objects. Not a lot of boulders out here in the middle. But I gotta find it. When I find it again here in a few minutes, I'll be able to run a different scan in different ways to get a true account of what exactly it really is. I can't relocate that again, so I'm gonna go get Jared, have Jared come back over and hit that area. I dropped a waypoint in the system, so we'll get him back over here and see what he thinks of that target. Put it down.
Put it down. Put it down.
So check this out. I've found what I believe to be a pickup truck.
Seriously? Yes.
However, I know the area it's in. It's 80 feet deep.
Alright.
I have no clue how it got to where it is. I have not been able to rescan it to verify what it is. I set a waypoint, and that's what I found.
Holy frick, are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you, man.
Where the frick was that?
I
It's
have
by the beginning.
I have a general area,
Yeah?
and that's on downscan. My thing was I tried for like 15 minutes to recapture it, to get it on a different scan. I was unsuccessful, so I was, all right, we just gotta go get Jared. I mean, from this scan, that looks like a truck. You see how it's sitting on the cab
Yeah,
and then the
100%.
bed? So
You know
here's
what
where we started.
Right.
And like I told you, I was taking into consideration, like say this was drained,
Right.
and he drove down the gravel hill
Yeah.
and then in. And that's what I came up with in running that.
I don't know why the truck would be there, but let's go
It
see if
makes
this is
no
the truck.
sense. As soon as it popped up, I'm like, whoa, like,
Well,
this makes no sense.
Well, but here's the other thing too. So let's not say that this is Donnie, but you know, people in the wintertime
Drive out on
drive
the
out
ice.
on the ice. Okay. Well, yeah, take me to the waypoint.
When I found that target, I dropped a waypoint. And the waypoint is over here. And this is where we first did our launch today, and that's right there where I found the target.
Yeah.
So that's where we're gonna go back, and we'll know here in about 30 minutes what that target is or not.
Put me right over the top of it with your waypoint. I'll just follow you in. Right there. All right, I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna adjust my settings. All right, there it is, right there. Yeah, you definitely have a vehicle down there or a tank, one of the two. I think it's a boat. No, I think you're right. I think it does have wheels. Hit it. So we've been going this way. Now we're gonna try to hit it this way and see if we can nail it.
This is the point where, you know, we're adamant that it even is a vehicle. The magnet's going in, and then Jared's going in to dive on it.
Yeah, it's upside down. It's got wheels. Got it upside down. And then right here. You got it right there as well. Yeah, that does look like a pickup upside down, doesn't it?
I was at about 25%, being as though I couldn't scan it again.
Yeah.
But to me, it looked like it was like this, sitting on the cab and then the bed, giving it a little bit of tilt.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. In fact, I just went over it just now.
And if that's a vehicle, it's our vehicle. So there's no other sense why any other vehicle would be in here.
Right. Well, you and I'll mark it, and then I'll get suited up. Okay, get the magnet out. I want the magnet and the buoy on it right now. All right, so I had it on live scope. It was beautiful.
Did it look like a vehicle?
Yep.
Holy moly.
Okay, so I need both ropes because this is only a 60-foot rope, and we're going down 80 feet. Yeah, I mean we're within 5-10 feet of it. Okay, so I'm 10 feet off of it. Let me see if I can drag just a little bit more towards it. I'm still a few feet off of it. Okay, here we go. We're coming up on it now. I think I'm touching it right there. Yeah, I can feel it rubbing the side of it. Yeah, it's touching it. I can feel it rubbing the side of it. I'm confident enough that we need to dive on it. We're not sticking to it though. Like I can feel it rubbing up the side of it. So now I'm not confident. I mean, I can see it bouncing on it. So, I mean, I'm confident that I'm on it. Just not confident as to what we have now. Because I feel like it should be sticking. All right, I'm gonna try something. I mean, I don't want to come off of it because I'm right on it right now. All right, so now I'm off of it. So now I'm 8 feet away, coming back up to it. I mean, I'm all over it there. The length of it is 15 feet. All right, well, let's mark it with this. Let's grab monster magnet as well. Let's see if we can mark it with that. Well, I mean, I can suit up now too. I'll just suit up and just go down. I mean, there's no reason to mark it anymore. I'm right on it. I mean, it is quite a ways out from shore, so I mean, that causes me some concern. Well, let's I mean, we got it marked there, so we know right where it's at. Let's scan it with some side scan at some different angles real quick and just see what else we pick up. Is a boat or a truck? One of the two. And so what I'm looking at is, like, I'm looking for 2 sets of wheels, or is that a boat with a windshield? But I feel like that's another set of wheels there. So then we want to look at it here. Is that a truck upside down? I'm putting my money on it's a boat. But what's throwing me off though is what looks like the windshield, but then I have something at the back as well.
Let me see what you're looking at.
Yeah, no, I'll bring it to you right now. It's like, all right, is the front of this a windshield here? And then something's just sticking up at the back? Or is it indeed a vehicle that's upside down? And that this front here is the wheels in the back. And this is the hood and the cab. See, same thing. I feel like if those are wheels, they should be farther forward. I mean, either way, we have a line on it right now. We're within a few feet. Try and go put eyes on it.
I mean, that's the only thing we found in this entire thing.
Right.
And it's going to take us, it'll take you 10 minutes to dive down there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll dive on it and confirm. I mean, it definitely could be a boat.
But if you look at it also as far as being a boat, then, like, how come it has some funky weird stuff over here as well? Underneath of it on this side. That part's not making sense to me either. All right, well, let's quit talking about it. Let's go scan it, or get on it. Two of these boats are 15, 17 feet in length, so. Yeah, first read. Because I had a full-size Dodge, and that was 22 feet, so. About if you just open them all the way up, then turn them back, quarter turn.
Traction valve is now closed. We're at 10 feet. We're going to start inflating some air into the dry suit, so we don't have suit squeeze. We just equalized our airs. And at 18 feet. Visibility is still about 8 feet.
10-4, I read you loud and clear. You are directly above the target.
Our equalized the airs, we're at 45 feet. 50 feet, we are now at 50.
He's at about 60 feet right now.
We're now at 60 feet. Visibility is dropping. We are now about 3.5 feet of visibility.
10-4, it looks like you are right at the rear of the target.
Alright, we're at 78 feet.
He's at the bottom.
Visibility is about 2 feet, looking for my target. I have a windshield of what I believe is a boat. Confirming. We have a boat.
It's a boat. It's a boat.
Sorry, Doug.
Definitely a boat.
It's been down here probably 10 to 15 years. Oh, I think you have a seat coming up. It looks to float. Tell me if that hits the surface.
We are waiting for a seat to come up, possibly.
Yeah, visibility is dropped to 0 down here.
Something is coming up. It should be coming to the surface right now, I believe. There it is. See it?
I have the magnet line. I'm going to start making my way up and take a safety stop. I'm at 79 feet right now. My air is at 2400, looking really good.
I'm reading you at about 48 feet.
Alright, we're at 45 feet, coming up, nice and clean. Dive time is 8 minutes and 57 seconds.
Today definitely had a lot of plot twists. It took us down routes that we didn't even think that we were going to go down. It started with we thought we were coming to the reservoir because the reservoir has just always been here and it's always been full.
Right.
But then we ended up talking to Steven. Now it's like, oh no, the reservoir was empty. I could walk, all the way across there, several hundred feet. We did some investigation work. We saw the same pictures, but we saw the wrong pictures from way back in the day instead of what we thought was 2018 after Donnie had gone missing in 06. Then we had the additional plot twist of, hey, by the way, this might be foul play. That had we had that information to begin with, we probably wouldn't have even come. However, we were already here. We didn't focus on any of that. We're not pulling out GPR, ground penetrating radar. We're not looking for filled-in ponds. We're just simply looking for the where. And we're looking at, is this a suicide? Is this an accident? That's the only thing that we were focused on today. With the new information from Chris that came in, he's like, oh, well, the pond, or not the pond, but the reservoir was actually full at the time. But then we had another report that said, oh, well, maybe it wasn't full until 2010, which then brought us into, as we were doing our scanning, Doug?
Yeah. So
what did you put me on?
it looked like a car.
It did. It really
a truck.
did.
It looked like. I mean, we've scanned a lot. We know what we see, and for all purposes, it looked like a vehicle.
Yeah.
Definitely looked like a vehicle. When we put the magnet line on it, were we right on it? We don't know, but at 80 feet, things change. So,
I had the magnet right on it. In order to, I'm impressed with the life scope. I mean, we dropped a magnet right on the boat from 80 feet, all the way down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still right above it.
Oh yeah.
You can see it, clear as day. I mean, it looked just like a vehicle. When me and Josh came over, it looked like two wheels sticking up, and we searched this whole reservoir today, and that was the only thing we found. The only thing that was in here.
Yeah. So leave us a comment down below. What do you think about this case? Are we dealing with foul play? Are we dealing with an accident? Are we dealing with the on purpose? Where could Donnie be? Where, if you were in charge of this investigation right now, where would you send us in the area? Right now, I'm out of places because we checked those rivers, we checked the reservoir. Yeah. We got nowhere else for us to go.
The disappearance of Bubba is definitely
going to remain a mystery for now.
And have we touched on who Bubba is? Like his sister called him Bubba.
Yeah, so Donnie's nickname is Bubba.
Yeah.
You know, so like I said, man, this is definitely still a mystery.
Yep. AWP and our ability to travel the U.S. working these cold cases would not be possible without you. So if you have not done so already, please be sure to subscribe. And in the description down below, we also have links for Doug's YouTube channel. We have it for Josh. We've got some Instagram stuff for Carson as well. Please support everybody that you ever see on the show. We appreciate you being here. We'll see you on the next one. Hopefully, we can find Leslie and her kids.